Hi everyone, it's me Johan and I'm back for another YouTube video. I know it's been a very long time and there's so much that has happened, so much to catch up on. But right now I'm recording a video to head over to the airport because I'm going to China and I thought I'd record this little adventure. I'm going for work, but I'm staying over a weekend, so we'll see how much we'll get done. I had to fly out to Dallas first. Got there, got some lunch, and I went to the Coach store actually because I wanted to check out these bags. Coach has been such a hot brand that I wanted to, but then I got back to the lunch because I just didn't know what to get. Then I was off from Dallas to China. Hi guys, so I made it to China and I just checked into my hotel room and I look very tired probably. I slept a little bit, but I'm excited to show you guys the room. I wonder what it looks like. Guys, just walked in and hi. Great. Oh, this is huge. Huge. This is my home for the next 6 days. Wow, look at that. Large big bed. Love that. Going to have to take some meetings. We're back in the US. And the view, I have a view. There's some water there, pond. Pretty cool. Here's the lobby of the hotel. It's pretty nice actually. I was waiting for my coworkers, getting here for work. Hi guys, I am now in Shanghai, as I said, and I showered, I freshened up and I put an outfit together because a couple of coworkers and I are gonna head into town. They're gonna show me around a little bit before we have dinner, and then I have a evening or nighttime meeting with team members back in the US before I go to bed. I was hoping to maybe get a workout in, but I think I want to take advantage of someone local showing me around and the few hours that we have in the afternoon before the rush of people come through after working and rush hour coming through. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully I get to film a little bit more of the city. But yeah, thanks so much for watching again. After getting dinner with coworkers, they brought me over to this area, very popular area because you get to see the skyline, which is very famous in Shanghai. And when I was looking at it, I was like, this has a whole bunch of advertisements. Good morning from Shanghai. It's my first morning here. I actually didn't work out. Slept for about 6 hours or so. And now I'm going to get ready for my first day in the office. It's very exciting. It looks awesome outside. I'll show you guys what it looks like right now as the sun is rising. So this is the view of the lake. I think it kind of ends, a river that ends here somehow. But this is the view in the daytime while the sun's coming up. Pretty nice. It's so nicely designed in terms of how green it is in between the streets and the buildings and such. I wanted to commemorate this experience at the hotel. Looking at the breakfast, the buffet was incredible. A ton of food options, all the way from east to west in terms of culture options. It was fantastic. After work, we went to a karaoke bar after we had dinner together, and it was so fun. I sang so many songs. It's Saturday. I'm here for the weekend actually, which I'm super grateful for. And I'm going to be with one of my coworkers and we're going to a garden expo closer to the center of Shanghai. And I'm really excited. I got up early, I went to the gym, and I enjoyed the hotel breakfast, which, as you guys have seen, is amazing. I ate a lot, so I'm not super hungry for lunch. It's about 11 o'clock where I'm meeting my coworker, and then it's about 25 minutes into the center where this location is. I'm very excited, and hopefully I'll get to bring you guys along. This is where we went. This is the location. It was partially shut down, but the area that we wanted to see was still functioning. This is the larger map of the park. It's really beautiful. There's my coworker's hand, Jackie. We got inside. There was a store up front. I didn't see anything that captured my eyes, but then I got inside the facility. And guys, look, this looks like a movie set, right? To me, this was incredible because I had never seen anything like this in person before. And I was just in awe of the size of this space and just how beautiful it was. The place was basically set up in different climate zones that had different species of plant. They had these fall waterfalls that were really beautiful as well. It was very peaceful. The whole vibe inside, it was just very, very nice to experience. And it was actually the perfect Saturday morning, early afternoon activity to do with my colleague. And we were both very expressive people, and we were in awe of what we were seeing throughout the space. So I decided to arrive earlier in Shanghai because I wanted to do something over the weekend. That's why I had the first day of work on Friday, and then I got to experience a little bit of the city on Saturday and Sunday, and it was really wonderful. Shanghai was the first stop on what you would call sort of a world tour that I was doing at different offices that the company that I worked for at the time has all over the world to do a training of a new system, Salesforce, if you've heard of it before, and training the existing team on utilizing Salesforce and the design of Salesforce. But I mean, Shanghai was really unbelievable. This place was wonderful. The experience that I had was beyond. Hey guys, I am now in the French concession. I've left the expo. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to walk around here, go to a few bakeries, go to a few shops, check it out. I saw a lot of people talking about this area online, so I thought I'd come over here and check it out as well. It's cool to capture these little clips of how the streets are. There are a lot of trees lined through most of the roads, especially in residential areas, but it's practical because it gets so hot. So hot. I mean, you're going to hear me talk right now about how hot I am. All right, guys, so got a few things to eat at a bakery. Not the one behind me, actually, one down the street. And I'm just enjoying the view of people watching. I didn't eat lunch. Again, I'm doing this little tour of different bakeries. Maybe I'll go to the one that's right behind me, which is next to a part of a huge mall. It's a huge mall building that I might actually go into because it's really, really hot, all right? For my future self, it's probably like 94 degrees and the humidity is super high. You can see my skin. Usually it's glowing in some way, but it's very, very warm. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Inside the mall now, getting some AC. Although it was super hot, I was determined to walk as much as possible to see as much. So I'm doing a walk to a store that I like, a brand that I like, and seeing if there's potentially other stores around it that are very similar. It's been like a 32-minute walk, and I think it's very nice because I'm able to see so much, but because it's so warm, I keep stopping a little bit just to make sure that I'm not getting overheated or anything like that. So we'll see. We're, I think, 15 minutes away now. I know it's interesting to capture this church, but there are churches there. I made it to a mall, and they have a couple things that I really, really like. I'm probably not going to buy them at all because they're expensive. These jeans, so good. This Jacquemus jacket, I've seen it on Essence and I've seen it on the website for a while now. I still want it. I do think it's super chic. They had this Swiss chocolate brand that I love. Had to get some. I had to. Look, they have a Le Labo here. And ice cream. I think I might get some ice cream. This is a really nice shopping center. Went into this gelato store. I needed anything that can give me a cool down. And I love gelato as well. Look at this little chocolate thing they have coming down the waterfall. And this was the gelato. It was delicious. This mall was a luxury mall. Had no idea that it was going to be a luxury mall. But this is the surrounding area. The cops were right there. I think it was the first cops I saw while I was there. But yeah, very busy. very busy shopping area. On Sunday, I headed off to museum day. I wanted to have a balanced day. The previous day was a lot. Everyone, I am now at the Power Station of Art, or just walking to the Power Station of Art. Took a taxi, dropped me off around the corner, so I'm just going there now. It's a Sunday, it's almost 100 degrees. With the humidity, I believe it feels over 100 already. And it's quite an experience, this heat. I am glad to be going inside a museum for a few hours. This actually used to be an old power station, so it's in an industrial area for sure. Immediately when you walked in, the space definitely had an impact. It was very, very large. Here are a couple of the exhibits that they were highlighting in the space. And first, I wanted to stop by the store to see what was up. They had a couple of cute things that I was sort of interested in, but it wasn't the most impressive museum store I've seen. But I got going inside with this digital display here. It was really cool, actually. They had one regarding capitalism. You can pause this here to read a little bit more about the exhibit, but overall it was a collaboration between a Switzerland-based museum and this museum here, and they had artwork really from all over the world, from, I would say, Latin America, North America, the Western region throughout Europe, and Asia as well. All very interesting backgrounds and stories of the artists, and they were all very unique in their own perspective, of course, but definitely more than what I thought I was going to be seeing in terms of global representation in the museum. Of course, I didn't know what to expect, but there's such an American bias to think about what kind of art is maybe allowed to be showcased in a place like China, but we could not be further that could not be further from the truth. It's cool to have an exhibition of mostly unknown artists, and most of the artists seem to have started only making art on the second half of their life. It's so interesting. Many of them were farm workers, many of them had been through really, really challenging things in their lives. It's pretty cool. The second portion here is an exhibit of this architect, very famous architect, Portuguese architect, and it was very grand, looking at some of the items that he worked on and all over the world. We had this view here, a little peek of what's to come as we go upstairs on the very top of the museum, where they have a cafe and also some outdoor area. It was a really hot day outside, over 100 degrees. It felt like very humid. I think the humidity was like 98%. But this is the view you got from up here. It was pretty grand, if I say so. And you can imagine the space being utilized in such a great way. But yeah, that's the museum there. So I've been here for 3 hours, or over 3 hours at this point, and it's a wonderful space. And really, I don't know if they have their archives. They don't have their archives, actually. So it's 2 exhibitions that I saw. You guys saw a lot of what I showed. But yeah, I was here for a while, and definitely worth it for me. I really enjoyed it, and I was particularly surprised that there's not a lot of people here. This is a big city, and it's not a lot of people. So, interesting, but it's good. Alright guys, this is the area that I'm staying in. It's called Pudong, and the hotel I'm staying in is the one right over the river here. The lighting is pretty good this direction right now, I think. Or this direction. This direction, the light is good. But yeah, it's been really nice. this trip has been amazing so far, and I can't wait to go to a historic section of town tonight, so hopefully I'll record that as well. Here I was thinking that I'm going to this historic area, but this area is very new. It is basically like a shopping hub and a food hub, different markets all throughout, but it definitely gives a vibe of visiting the area. But all these buildings are newer, and as you can see, it's like shops, restaurants, and different street food vendors throughout the area here. But it's actually very pretty. The lights and the lighting design throughout the space was really wonderful. I mean, look at this, pretty cool, right? And it definitely captured my eye. Here I am highlighting that I was there. But yeah, it was a really cool area, and I think this was the last night. All right, guys, it's the end of my time here in Shanghai. I had my last day of work yesterday and hung out with a couple members of the team as well. Afterwards, I was exhausted, and I just hung out in the hotel. Went to like a hole-in-the-wall restaurant and went through a couple of shops as well. And now I'm ready to go. I'm going to the airport. Shanghai in China has been amazing. Everyone has been so kind. And I hope I can get to come back here at some point in the future and check out much more of the city. It's the largest populated city in all of China, and I only got to see a few sections, and there's so much more to see if I do come back in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I'm sending you guys positive energy as always. I'm in a place in life that is much better now than the last few times I uploaded videos. I was going through a really challenging time, mentally and emotionally, because of nothing's in my personal life, let's just say. And I feel like I'm getting back to who I am myself, and I'm much, much happier. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hi everyone, it's Saturday morning, I think August 22nd or 23rd, forget, and I'm headed to Brazil. So this will be a new video. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and hopefully I upload these videos. I don't know if I will and when I will, but I'm excited to go to Brazil for the first time. I'm also going for work, so it's going to be a really brief trip this time in comparison to China. But the flight is very long. It's like almost a 10-hour flight, so I'm leaving 9:55 and get there around 8:50 p.m. I did not capture much in Brazil. I was so tired. The people were great and the food is fantastic. Hi everyone, I've made it to Brazil. I am in my hotel room, and I am in a town an hour and a half, I think, north of Sao Paulo, Brazil. I am just about to get picked up by a colleague of mine, and he's going to show me the town a little bit, so I'm really thankful for that, because I'm staying a little bit further away from like a city center or a neighborhood. I'm more of like in an industrial area, because it's closer to our office, because I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday working, and then I fly out Wednesday night. So it's a very quick trip in comparison to Shanghai, but nonetheless I'm really thankful and excited to be here as well. What I did get was a little tour for one of my colleagues who took me around this park here. And Daituba has an amazing park that goes around the center, and then he brought me to his favorite bakery, and it was really great. It was in preparation, get a couple stops here because his wife and him were hosting me along with a couple other colleagues for a little Brazilian barbecue, which was fantastic. But all these desserts looked fantastic, and let me tell you, I bought a couple things as a gift for them. This was a view where he wanted to show me before we made it to his place. It was really wonderful. Next up was Prague in my tour, and Prague was definitely a place I was excited to go to. I was excited to go everywhere, but I was intrigued by Prague. It's me, Johan, and I'm back. I'm actually in Prague in Czech Republic for work this week, and I just got in here really early this morning, and I'm walking around a little bit. I'm gonna check out a shop before I go into the office for half a day, or about 3 or 4 hours really. But yeah, I'm going to record this to see what I can capture from Prague. Work put me up in a very central area. It was near the train lines, which was really easy to take actually. But it's nice to just walk around this neighborhood and look at the buildings, feel some inspiration, and also feel humbled by how little
the architecture here is
history I've
beautiful.
experienced, and even
Everything
compared
looks
to
so
countries
pretty in a
and
way.
what some of the
details
buildings have
on the
existed for
buildings
so
are
long,
so
it
cool.
really humbles you and gives you perspective on
Oh my god,
what
there's a
has
weed
been
shop.
and what there is to come in terms of time ahead of us.
Alright guys, so I left work now and I'm walking around. Actually bought a couple pieces of things. I'm trying to only buy small little things because I want a package not that big. But I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's really pretty here. This is a little area here that's right across from a bridge. I think it's a further walk than I want to do right now, so I'll do it another time because I am very hungry.
I'm sorry to check people, but I had to get some pizza for dinner. I really was in awe of this view here, of the bridge and the vibe overall of the city.
Alright guys, I am back. Had dinner and it was really delicious. It was a pizza place called Laboratorio della Pizza or something like that. It was really good. And now I walked across the bridge and I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. Was putting my glasses on, but it's super cool. It looks beautiful. It's definitely has nice warm charm. Alright guys, so I finished work today and I'm walking to dinner with my colleagues, and one of them is showing me a really beautiful area, as they're saying, and it's really beautiful here. Prague is a really beautiful place.
Shout out to my coworker who was very kind to walk us to dinner and show us around a neighborhood that he really likes so that we can get a little bit of a different taste in the center. And let me tell you, it's a really wonderful walk. I mean, look at this. We're going through it in golden hour, and I was just admiring the architecture, the texture, the colors of the buildings, designs, the views, the skyline. It was really nice. I mean, look at this. Look at this view here. It just gives you, I don't know, such a perspective that you don't have in your everyday life.
Really beautiful area here too. This is really nice.
We went to dinner at a place that my colleague picked out that was really delicious and super niche and just sophisticated. I didn't film dinner, but this was the walk there. This is right near where the dinner place was. I mean, look at this street here and the angle. It was so beautiful and just, I don't know, it's just something you don't experience every day in the US. And this was a sunrise that I captured from my hotel room one morning. I went on a walk after work to the other side of the bridge. I think I went to the gym, actually. I wanted to work out. There wasn't a gym in my hotel room, so I went to the other side. This was as the sun was setting. It was really beautiful. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm looking back and I'm in awe. Then I walked back and it was dark already. And then this is the view when it's dark. Obviously, if you live there, even in your everyday life, when you live in certain areas, it just becomes your everyday norm. But obviously, as a visitor, I get a completely fresh perspective. And this is not like my life in New England, not like my life in Rhode Island. So very appreciative. The waves are crashing and we're finding ourselves in Nice, France. This was a stop that I made after doing the training in Reims in France, and I traveled to Nice afterwards. And this is me at the beach. Beautiful. I mean, what can I say? I got there early to get a spot. I thought seeing these ladies who practically probably have been going there for years and years was really nice. The color of the water was fantastic. The water was so warm, and this was September. I actually was there for my birthday all by myself. And look at the way the light is hitting the water and the way that it sparkles. It's just, I mean, this is Euro summer, baby. This is this is what those dreams are made of. And I got to experience a little bit of that in between work trips. So I was super thankful to be able to experience this, even though I was all by myself. That didn't matter. This is actually my second time in Nice, and I went there the first time right before I turned 30, and now 2 years later I turned 32 in Nice. This is a little bit of Nice town. I got dinner by myself, this wonderful seafood pasta at this location. Stopped by and got a little dessert here. And this is the sun setting in the water. Everybody gathers to get their pictures taken, and it is really pretty, especially in person. I mean, the camera does not do it justice.
Hi everyone, it's Johan, and I'm in the south of France actually. I am in Nice for the second time. Actually, 2 years ago I was here pretty much this week, and I'm by the water right now. It's what you can hear. It's beautiful. So thankful to be here. I'm so grateful. I mean, I'm so grateful. Look at this view. Just listening to the waves crashing is so peaceful. Obviously, it's a different experience being here instead of... The lighting is so funny right now. My skin looks so weird, but essentially it's so, cool to see these really nice showers out here by the water. And I'm at another beach. Oh, my skin looks more normal here. Not so textured.
I wasn't in Nice for very long, and one of the things I wanted to do was get up early and go into the water. And so what you saw before was practically around sunrise, but the sunrise was the other side of the hill, so that's why the sun wasn't shining in my face. And I saw these guys coming together to go snorkeling or just go swimming for some time, and it was nice just to see them, and you can tell that they've been friends for years probably. And just sitting there reflecting on life and just being grateful. I actually got to spend some time in Paris also before going on this trip, which was really nice. Paris is a great city. I mean, if you get to experience it, I know some people have had some negative experiences, but I've only had positive experiences in Paris. And to contrast Paris with this experience, this peacefulness, this view, this feeling, and just witnessing nature, I mean, it was wonderful. I decided to walk through the water. Flip-flops are a must because, oh my god, these stones hurt. I went into the water for just a little bit. It was not as warm as the previous days, but it was nice to just do because, hey, who knows when I'm going to be back? So I decided to just do it. Looking back, I'm like, I looked good. Probably didn't feel like I did, but, And these guys are coming out. I wanted to caption them coming back. It was really cool to see. The sun was coming out much brighter. I wanted to treat myself to sort of a beach club experience, but honestly, the beach here, this beach club is nice, don't get me wrong. But the way that it's structured, it was not for me. I'd rather go to the beach where I was at earlier. This is the next day, the day of my actual birthday. And I went up the hill to capture the sunrise, which was really wonderful. And here I am.
I made it on the other side of Nice, and it's
the other side because it's mostly residences, as you guys can see, and people have private walk downs to the areas where they are going to hang out. Got myself a sweet treat, of course. Then I returned to Paris to get ready to get back home, but I stopped by here. Favorite dessert place in Paris. This is another location, but I stopped by several while I was there. After returning home, I stopped at P-Town. I went to Canada and Mexico, and then I've come back home. It was wonderful. So I'm now back in my home. It's several months later when I'm editing this video. It's now March 2026. The world is still a very kind of questionable place. It's very dark. It's very difficult to see and stay optimistic these days with what's happening all over the world. I got to see so much of the world that I had not previously seen before, and I got to meet so many wonderful people who give me hope that there is another side to this, and that there is room for community and dialogue and connection and culture and appreciation of one another and kindness and respect. And you know, I still want to practice those things myself because I want to spread light to others and show them that there's another side of people. And I've had so much change since I posted my last video. I went through a very traumatic, emotional couple years, lots of downs, and really towards the end of last year I was going a little up, and unfortunately I did lose Chase. Chase passed. If you've watched my videos before, Chase was my dog, and he passed in July of 2025. He was 15 years old. Still get a little sad, emotional just talking about him. But that put me in a little downward spiral. And I laugh because Chase would be looking at me really funny right now if he saw me recording myself and being weird, as I think he puts it. And now my life is at a place where I don't know what's happening next. I'm at the same company. It's been over a year now. I don't know what happens next. I think I'm going to not have my job anymore in just a few months, and that puts me a little tizzy. But we're gonna see what happens. I hope you guys are all hanging in there, hanging on, and I'm sending you positive vibes and hope that even just seeing a little of what I've shared. I'm sharing this in a little bit because it's like a diary for me. Now I think I'm just going to treat YouTube as a diary, and that's a really nice thing so that I can look back at my own videos and be able to remember some of the things I can't remember every day. But yeah, I will see you guys hopefully not too long from now in the next video. Goodbye.